Thank you so much for doing this with me, man.
No,
It
bro.
means a lot.
This is my first interview, dude. So my nerves are going.
First off, I've got who is ominous?
I would say ominous is definitely like a character. Like a lot of the stuff I rap about, for the most part, I would not be doing in real life. Like the whole murder rap shit or whatever. It's all stylistic, and as of recently, I've been like trying to branch out from just like, oh, guns, money, drugs, women. I've been trying to be like more introspective with my work. So I would say, as for now, a lot of the music is just like a character. That's pretty much ominous.
Why did you pick the name ominous?
Honestly, I kind of like the definition of it, I guess. It's like the feeling of something that's like something bad is going to happen. And I made that back in like late 2020, early 2021. But obviously, ominous was already taken, like just the regular word or whatever. So I just decided switch the name, spell it differently, kind of how like a lot of other people in the underground do it. And I just found a way to spell it where it wasn't taken on any platforms. I put a lot of thought into it. Oh my god. I was sitting on Ominous, that name, for weeks. And it was the only one that wasn't taken that I actually like fucked with, pretty much. But yeah, that's why I chose it.
When did you start making music?
Ooh, that's a great question. So, pretty much for my entire life, I've been interested in making music. So back in like, say, elementary school, like third grade or so, like me and my friends would just like make silly little freestyles and whatnot in like gym class or whatever. And then from there, it kind of branched out, and I would kind of just make like little freestyles in my head, even when I wasn't at school. But after a while, I kind of dropped that. Coming into 2016, I'd say, is when X started popping off. Like X, Ski Mask, Little Pump, Smoke Perp, all those people. That's what inspired me to get back into making music again. And at the time, I was going through a whole lot of shit, a whole bunch of stuff. But that made me want to start making like the rage, angry, yelling music, almost like a coping mechanism, almost. But I never released any of it until 2021 is when I officially dropped my first song. It's hashtag Why You Running Bitch, and that was produced by me. And I actually started making beats on YouTube maybe 2020, before I started actually like rapping on the beats I created. So I started technically making music back in like 2017 going into 2020, but officially I dropped my first song on, I think it was January of 2021.
Now, is your producer YouTube, is your name ominous there or no?
No, I deleted all those videos, but it's still on the same channel, but they're deleted. And I was just like, I'm not making beats anymore, or like making the free for profit free beats or whatever. I just decided I'm just gonna rap on the beats that I make instead.
How did you meet everyone that you've collaborated with so far?
That's a good question. Oh, it's actually kind of a blur. I'm not gonna lie, but it's funny you asked that because I saw the video you did with Angel, the interview,
Yeah.
and that was tough. That was really interesting to see him. I would say definitely. I know he mentioned Essence in that interview, and Essence is who brought me, Indigo, Hachi Main, and Angel together. So Essence was making beats and putting them up on YouTube and everything, and he put all of us into a Discord group chat, and we all just clicked. As for everyone else, though, because at the time I wasn't really getting any numbers. So Essence was the first person to introduce me to people from in the underground. And then, shoot, who have I collaborated with? There's a lot of people that I know. Like, I could go on and on. So I got added to a group dare I say the name? I'll just say I got added to a collective. There's a lot of stuff with that, but there was one person in there. His name's Bladesmith. I fuck with him. Bro's tough. He goes so hard. But it was me, Bladesmith, another rapper named Ask, Scythe, Kill Omelet. Those are the people I can think of off the top of my head. But I got added into that collective. And that was kind of the second burst of people that I would meet in the underground. And that was late 2021, I believe. But a lot of the people I've met in the underground are from other people introducing me to them, pretty much. It was kind of like a chain reaction.
How did you meet, like, specifically because of how I know you, the Goobers?
So that's a great question. Okay. So the first time I collaborated with them was Alan. You know Alan, right? Cause I've seen your video on the Goobers too. That was really cool. But Alan had initially paid me for a feature, and he was like, "Me and my friends are doing this YouTube Discord rap album, and I wanted to pay you for a feature." And so I was like, "Cool, I'll do it." So he pays me. I do the feature. That was 2022, like early 2022, I think. Something like that, somewhere around there. But that was the first time. And I watched all their videos and everything. It was on Clover's channel, I believe. It was was it Running on Fumes, I think? I was on Ruthless, yeah. So Alan paid me for that the first time. The second time, which was the most recent album, I actually followed Clover, Alan, and Dior Levi on Instagram. I followed them after I watched the Discord album creation video over and over again for months because it was so cool. And I was like, I wish I could be in a video like that. I wish. So I followed all them finally after like 8 months of the video being up. And as I followed Dior Levi, he messages me and is like, "Yo, do you want to hop in the Discord server? We're making another album and we want you to be in there." And I was like, say less. Like, perfect timing. Absolute perfect timing. I literally got added back into the second album just by following them, and then Dior reaching out to me, and I was like, perfect. Amazing timing. But that's how I met them.
What has been, like, your favorite project that you've worked on?
Ooh, probably my most recent one. My most recent album, the OMINVS.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
You
It's
heard
so
it?
good. I've listened to all of them.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I would say, yeah, that's definitely my most enjoyable album that I've created, just because this is like me branching out and doing other things that aren't just like yelling and the scream rap stuff, which I love, don't get me wrong, but I want to do other genres like alt rock, bedroom pop, hyper pop, like everything. I want to do everything. So this album is pretty much the staple and the beginning point of me branching out into other genres. I'd say this is probably my favorite one, OMINVS.
Is this debut album or no?
This new album that I dropped, the OMINVS, is like, I think it's like 15, 20 minutes or so, which isn't too long, but there's 8 songs on there. So I was like, I mean, it's pretty much an album. But Welcome to Hades has 6 songs, and then Digital Wasteland has 5. And those are like, give or take, like 10 minutes each. So I'd say, yeah, this is probably my first official album.
What is your creative process like?
It kind of, it comes and goes. Like, one day I might not just be totally dead, feel like a zombie or whatever. I don't feel like doing anything. And then the next day I'll be like, I want to make a beat, I want to make a song, and I want to do like hella features. So first I'll come up with an idea in my head of what I want the song to be, and then I'll just hop in FL Studio, kind of fit the vibe of what I want the song idea or the theme to be. I'll create the beat and export that, hop in FL Studio, and then I'll listen to the beat on repeat for like 30 minutes, just coming up with different flows and different things to rap about. But I don't know, my creative process is all over the place. I'm not gonna lie. It kind of just happens. But yeah.
What's like your greatest achievement so far?
I'd say Fake Hitting a Million, definitely. That song, it has a special place in my heart because I think that was one of like the first beats I was ever like actually confident with rapping on that I made. So that hitting a million was, it felt unreal, but it showed me like I can definitely, if I can get a million once, I can get it again. So I would say, yeah, Fake Hitting a Million is definitely my greatest achievement so far.
What are your plans for the future in terms of music?
I have another album in the works right now.
Right now?
Actually,
Wow.
yeah,
Back
it's
to
gonna have
back.
9 songs on there. Yeah,
Wow. You're at work.
all day, all day. I would say, yeah, that one's gonna be more like new jazz, more melodic rapping, but I want it to be like more introspective. When I drop a song, I want it to be good. The next song I drop, I want it to be better. That's always my headspace. So I would say plans for the future is definitely drop more albums and just continue to work on my writing skills and just rapping ability and just continue to get better and also do more shows too.
Who or what is your inspiration?
My family. Absolutely. Yeah, my family, they are very supportive with the music that I do. I love them to death. And like showing them all the songs that I have in the works and everything. And they don't bullshit. They're like, if they don't like a song, they're going to tell me and they're going to tell me what's wrong with it. And I love that. Always love that. Constructive criticism is everything. So for them to support me chasing my dreams pretty much is what drives me. And also, like, I guess just creating music that people enjoy.
Do you have any advice for upcoming artists?
Don't give up. Simple as that. Don't compare yourself to other people. And I'm guilty of that. I'm so guilty of comparing myself to other people. And I've worked on that for so long. I'm at the point right now where I'm focusing on myself. I'm creating music that I enjoy. As long as you're creating music that you like, that's all that matters. That is all that matters. And eventually, if you keep dropping songs, one of them is bound to get plays. And if one song gets plays, all the other ones that you released will too. People will just go to your account. So definitely don't give up. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare numbers. Like, if somebody else is more popular than you, it's not that serious. Focus on yourself. Yeah. Focus on yourself. Keep working, because you're going to get there eventually.
A big thank you to Ominous for doing this interview with me. Genuinely one of the most insightful and coolest conversations I've had. Check him out. Check out the OMINVS. It's a really interesting experience listening to him branch out from his usual work. This is not the full interview, by the way. There's some extra discussion that will be part of the upcoming video about trap metal, coming after the video I'm currently working on. So we'll pick up where we left off when that video is up. See you then.
Never be venting. Never understand why I was home. Selfish too, but the difference is that I show it. You just want me broken. I figured that you want it. Arguments explosive, girl. That should make me up. Back to the index again. Back to the index, my friend. Hope that you soon get what I said, cause all the assumptions been dead. You sent a knife through my neck, then perfect slice through my chest. Neither of us were correct, so why do you pray for my end?